Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Attack on Factorio, where things still look glorious, things are still awesome, and I'm really enjoying this. I've just got the sulfuric acid train to start coming over here to Central so that we can start getting, well, we can finish getting all of this uranium out of the ground because all of the pipes had run dry over here, so there's not much left in the ground. It won't be long until all of that uranium is gone. Now, what do we need to do today? Well, my first thought was to go about building the new district of Castle Black. But, unfortunately, I'd completely forgotten that we needed to reinvigorate the Citadel with iron. So, first things first, we need to come up to the scrap heap, and we need to start shoving all of this iron ore into some chests. So let's just start with some chests there. We'll just get some stack inserters. Apparently I don't have any blue belt though. That's rather odd. Alright, let me run down to Beltway for a minute. Just go and grab some blue belt and then I'll go and put in some infrastructure. I think I need to pick up some miners from somewhere as well. I might have some down here. Got a handful. Admittedly, I did put loads down on the copper, so that's unsurprising if I'm lacking. I've got more down here that I could go and grab. I'll tell you what, yeah, let's go and grab ones that are no longer working down by Megaton. That belt and pipe combination there is just not good. Alright, most of this coal is finally going away. We've got the road completely clear, which is awesome, but it does mean that coal supplies might start being an issue. I think for the time being, I'm not too worried about it. I have got a decent amount of miners now, so let's start heading north. Go and head up into the scrap heap. Ooh, blue belt, I completely forgot about that. Have I got anything in any of these chests? If I don't, then I'll run down the Beltway. I've got 3. 3 blue belts. Useful. Right, it's a bit of a rudimentary system. I haven't got a, There we go. Need an underground there. But that should help with getting things done. We do need to sort out a... oh yeah, I'm missing a load of miners down this end as well. And still more underground belt, which is unsurprising. Let me dump this copper ore in there. And what I'm going to do is any trains that are going to Megaton, once you're done at Megaton, you're going to go to the scrapyard west. Time passed. Or inventory full. Go there. And where's the other one? Is that you? I think you're the one that goes to Nelson B. Yeah. So we're going to do the same with you. You'll go to Megaton as your primary location, because we've got to use this stuff up first. But then once you're done there, you can go off up this way, and we can start clearing more of this out. Let's see how the copper's doing. Ooh, I'm actually starting to run some of these belts dry. It's not bad. Get some of these undergrounds back. And that is every single one of these miners belted into the station. How much copper have we got left? 4.2 million? I'll keep us ticking over for a while. And yes, bots, go and put in the rest of this. As much as we can, anyway. Which wasn't much, but... it'll do. Okay, well that should help with the iron production in the central districts, or in Vickersville, and... oh yeah, look at that. That looks much better. Nice, healthy, full lines. For the most part, it's starting to whittle down again because the ore's gone, but we'll get back to it. It'll be fine. And I can't check on Nilsonby because I've not got a radar down there. Helpful. But, either way, let's start heading up north. I want to go and... I want to try and put some of the infrastructure in for Castle Black. I also came back off camera and actually standardized all the rails. I've got a big cross junction here for when I put a rail line going around the tier 2 wall. And all of this is standardized all the way up. I had to make a bit of a mess here to get Stone 1 active again. And I believe I've got another miner that's out, which is good. Slowly getting this stone carved out of the ground. And I can't get up that way. So things did have to move a little bit. I was actually kind of close with my approximations on the rails and stuff, but not all of it got put into the correct places, and this guy is just off by a little bit. Need to get that rail in there. Nice. And let's get train stops in. We're going to call this Castle Black. Now this has got 2 stations. This is going to get kind of confusing, because I've got a west and an east station, but they've both got west and eastbound platforms. How am I going to name this? West W and West E, I think will do. And then I'll do the same on this one. Be East W and E. So now that I've got that sorted, I've got to figure out what I want to be produced here. So let's slap down some assemblers, just to kind of mark off the sort of stuff we're going to want. I think I might make all the rocket components up here. That could be good. This would be like a high-tech, high technology sort of place. And then we want anything like tank weapons, rockets. We want grenades so that we can get... oh god, I forgot about the combat robots. Yeah, we'll make all of this stuff. Even if it's stuff that I'm not going to use, I'm going to get some sort of production available for it. Yeah, I'll put landmines down as well. And I think there are other things that I want as well, but they're not currently being researched because the atomic bomb is just taking forever. Probably because I'm out of military science. Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm lacking. Okay, so getting grenade production up and running is definitely going to be a priority. So what do I need for grenades? For those, I need coal and iron. And in fact, wait, I've got those being produced on site over here, don't I? So that's not really a big issue. There being a lack of a belt here, however, is that last machine is not doing anything. That's not helpful. It's not helpful in the slightest. Right, well, I'm going to start with a little pod here that's just going to make regular grenades. I'm just going to go about like making little blueprints for everything, and we'll see what other things are needed. Let's see what we need for these. Cluster grenades need grenades, steel, and explosives. That's something that I hadn't thought about needing to make. That's an intermediate product that needs chemical plants. Do I? I don't have any of those on me, do I? Can I make any? I'm missing iron. And the car has no iron. Right, let's go and grab some iron so I can make some chemical plants, and then we can start figuring out what other stuff we need. I don't need to grab iron, you just grab a stack of chemical plants. Helpful. Okay, chemical plant. What can you make? You make explosives, you also make flamethrower ammunition, but I don't really use the flamethrower. I don't know, I could do. Right, so we need water, we need coal, and we need sulfur. Those should all be fairly easy to manage. Water, I've got the water fill mod, so I can still do that. Coal, we've got a big patch down here with 1.7 million in it. Which ain't bad. So how much stuff is going to need explosives, and how quickly are they made? 2 every 5 seconds, fair enough. We're going to need quite a lot for the stuff that I want to do, so... that will get us... 5. That gets us 2 every second. Okay, so... if I take this... I'm going to do a little bit with the belts so that I can pick the right blueprint up. So if I've got that there, we'll take this inner belt as the input line. What I'll do will be something like that. I haven't got any undergrounds, which is annoying. But we can go like this. And we'll say fast inserters to input, because we only need 2 items going in every 5 seconds. Fast inserters are going to be more than enough for this. And then we'll have long-armed inserters on the outputs. And there we go. That will be our little explosive build. So we'll take this blueprint. Now, figuring out where it's actually going to go as part of this build is going to be another matter. I'm going to shift some of this stuff over. So we'll put... all that stuff down here. Right, well, the explosives are going to be fairly important as far as the start of the build goes, the beginning of everything. Most of the things that I'm going to be building here are going to require explosives in some form. So let's just get rid of that, because that's kind of not necessary at the moment. And we'll take the explosives build, and we'll just put it, say... go like there, I guess. Then we can bring sulfur and coal in. Oh, water. I completely forgot about water. Okay. In which case, let me just get another blueprint just to sort out the belt stuff. Right. I have a hole that I can get some water from. Nice. Now I'm going to take my belts and we're going to just plug those in there. Sweet. Okay. So we're starting to get a rough idea of what's going on here. It's not much of an idea, but it's something. So I'll say that this belt is going to be the coal. Actually, this one's going to be coming around this way, so we may as well bring that as the sulfur. This one can be coal, which will come up from here. We'll just clear away these trees. I haven't got any miners left. They've all gone down at the scrap heap, so what I'll do is, as I'm getting things done, hopefully some miners will start running out in various places. I can just go and grab them and start dumping them in here. And for now, I haven't got enough wood accumulated to warrant destroying that many boxes, but there we go. Okay. So from explosives, what do we need going forward? Well, I'm quite possibly going to be building... What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like kind of weaponry stuff over this way, and then the really high-tech stuff, like maybe the atomic bomb, the satellite, all that kind of stuff, will happen over here. So we can have some belts that are kind of leading around this way and going underneath all of this. So let me take some assemblers over this side. I'm going to mark off the various things that I want on this side. So over here we'll go with all the capsules and the defender, like the combat robots. Then we'll have all of the stuff for the satellite and the rocket. Will happen over here. I'll probably chuck nuclear fuel in as well, maybe. Does mean having to bring uranium all the way up this way, which might be a bit of a trek, but you know what? Sod it. Right, so that's a lot less that I need to worry about over this side, but I do need to remember that Am I going to need to send things over this way? I don't actually think I will. I won't need to send explosives over that way, at the very least. Which will be handy. Okay. So we'll do that there. Then I'll get that little pod for grenades that I wanted. I always go off to do builds completely under-equipped for things. I've had to spend so much of this episode running back and forth that I'm out of materials for like belting stuff around. I've not got any undergrounds, and I don't have... I've not got half the stuff researched that I want to be building up here. And I'm also like close to running out of time on this episode, so I'm thinking what I might do is I'll wrap this episode up here. When I'm kind of between episodes, I will go and grab all of the... I'll go and grab a load of stuff that's going to be useful for getting things built, and I'll make a note of any additional things that I'm going to want to build that I don't currently have researched, so I know what things need to come up here as far as intermediate products. So I'll try and come into the next episode a little more prepared, with a little bit more of a plan, and fingers crossed this will go a little bit smoother. But we have managed to get a fairly good start on what kind of things are going to be going on up here at Castle Black, and we solved the main issue that we were having with getting all of the iron sorted out over here by the scrap heap, and I think some miners are already starting to run out, so we can start shifting some things around. But yeah, it's underground belts that we're really struggling with. I suppose going with this kind of structure for the miners probably wasn't the best idea if underground belts are what I'm lacking, but it is like the most compact and efficient way to actually build them. But things are going all right, and you know, the copper's kind of getting by and doing its thing as well. So, you know, things here are going really rather well. The place still looks fantastic, and yeah, all of the pollution seems to be mostly confined to the Tier 1 wall. We're slowly just kind of whittling down all the other kind of mining and production areas. So we're starting to try and centralize everything in dedicated places, which is awesome. But I do think, for now, I will wrap this video up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Bob, you... No! I was just impressed that you were working that booty, Bob. I didn't mean to... Okay.